Hey guys, what's going on? Kel back here again, representing the 40k YouTube channel, bringing you yet another video with some information coming from the Warhammer community page. But this time it's about the faction focus on the Space Marines. We did a video earlier on in the week for the faction focus on the Necrons, and today the Space Marines are getting the spotlight. Can't wait for this one. I haven't read it. I've just come back from training, and we're going to jump into it. I haven't read through any of it. I've just clicked on it, so we're going to go through this together. And thank you very much to all the new subscribers over the past sort of week. I keep saying this every time, but it really makes a lot. We're up to 19 now. Got a message earlier on saying that someone else has joined. Cracking to see. And there's been a lot of likes left on the videos we've put up today. So me and Cole are very happy, very honoured that 19 people have jumped on the channel. Thank you very much, guys. Massively appreciated. If you're new to the channel, we post Warhammer 40,000 content every single day, sometimes once, twice, 3 times a day, depending on what new information gets released. And if you like the channel, please like and subscribe to the channel and leave some comments down below, because we love reading the comments. We like the comments more than anything else, seeing what people's ideas and opinions are, and what thoughts people have regarding Warhammer 40,000 in general. Anyway, enough of that. Time to say what the article's about. So we've got Faction Focus Space Marines. Picture the Space Marine there. Intercessor. So, in the first installment of our new Faction Focus series, we introduced the Necrons and revealed how they'll be shaping up in the new edition. Well, today it's a turn of their rivals in the glorious Indomitus box set, the Space Marines. This time we're joined by playtester Tony Korpash. Korpash or Korpak? Oh, I hate getting people's names wrong. Tony, we'll go with Korpash. Korpash. Who'll be offering some insight into wielding the mighty Adeptus Astartes in battle in the new edition. And we get treated to a great bit of artwork there. So we have, what we got in here? We've got an Invictus Tactical Warsuit. I have one built, painted, done, ready to go, and have another one in order. I think they're a cracking unit. We have a repulsor, executioner. I've got one of those. That's all painted, done, ready to go. An impulsor, more repulsor executioners in the background. We've got a Phobos librarian, got a few of those. Eliminators, got some of those. What do they call that? Intercessors? Infiltrators, got some of those. The Primaris Chaplain, got myself one of those. Some Hellblasters, yep. Aggressors, I don't have aggressors. I had some aggressors, but I traded them to a guy. So I might look to get some of those. Intercessors, and one of the best models in the middle there, you can see wielding the blade, is a Primaris Lieutenant that goes with the Reaver units. I love that model. I would love to have one of those models. So, who are they? Who are the Space Marines? The Space Marines are the Emperor's finest, the greatest hope for the survival of mankind in an era of endless war. Each of them is genetically engineered, superhuman trained to deal death in every aspect of warfare. They are clad in innumerable plate armour and armed with the finest war gear available to mankind. And though their deeds in battle does the Emperor mete out his vengeance upon the enemies of the Imperium. And I've got a great bit of artwork there. Some Intercessor Sergeant with a chainsaw. Love the artwork. Love the 40k artwork. It's one of the best things about Warhammer, in my opinion. Not just 40k, but Age of Sigmar and everything as well. So how they play in the new edition. For this bit, we'll hand over to Tony Korpash as a stalwart member of Team USA, and with countless tournament victories to his name, it's fair to say you're in safe hands with Tony. Read on to learn more about how the existing Space Marine rules can be applied in the new edition to get the most bang for your bolt gun. And Tony opens up with, "Hey everyone, today I'm going to be discussing some of the changes our favourite Angels of Death can look forward to in the new edition. Space Marines are already one of the most powerful armies right now, with a large toolkit of available units, stratagems and supplements to take advantage of. In the new edition, these options have only grown. Thanks to Big Guns Never Tire rule, all your vehicles will be able to shoot accurately on the move and even in combat. This means all of our armoured walkers, such as the Invicta Tactical Warsuit and Redemptor Dreadnought, immediately get a boost in power too. Another change that Space Marines benefit from is the addition of blast weapons, as they have access to some of the best artillery in the game. In the Thunderfire cannon, love the Thunderfire cannon, I need to get one, and Whirlwind Scorpius. With the guarantee of firing the maximum number of shots against larger enemies of units, your Space Marines shouldn't be outnumbered for long. And then we have one of the new Invictus Tactical Warsuits. Like I say, I've got one of those painted up, done, ready to go, and another one is on its way. So, an important thing to remember is that with the next generation of missions in the new edition, you can select secondary objectives that your army is more suited to achieving by using the revamped terrain rules to limit the number of enemy units that can shoot at your army. You can focus on pouring your efforts into achieving the objectives. This strategy works very effectively with Space Marines, as they can use their speed, flexibility, and hitting power to apply maximum force to specific areas of the battlefield. And then we've got some loyal Space Marines, some of the Emperor's best, fighting the Tau. It's weird to see no shield drones. Normally in a picture with Tau you would see several 100,000 shield drones, but don't get me into that because I've already had an argument with someone about shield drones today. So we'll just skim over that. We don't want to look at the Tau, we want to just keep reading. When I'm playing Space Marines, I like to take the have my cake and eat it too approach as much as possible. Who doesn't? What this means on the tabletop is maximising the amount of damage I can do to my opponent while limiting their ability to hunt me in return. To hurt me in return. I accomplish this by using a combination of artillery, reserve units, using the new strategic reserves rule, or otherwise keeping them protected, and terrain. It's easier than ever to hide units behind buildings, helping to keep troops safe and ensuring they get great use of the weapons that ignore line of sight. Meanwhile, reserve units offer flexible deployment and the ability to deliver damage right where they're needed. I would take the moment to say, though, that there's just one way to play Space Marines. As I mentioned earlier, they're blessed with an incredibly large range of models, as well as many different codexes and supplements to choose from. Depending on the play style you enjoy and your chapter that you choose, your in-game approach will vary. I hope you all enjoy getting your Space Marines on the tabletop in the new edition. Cool. Key units. So, as an army of highly elite warriors supported by a powerful and highly flexible vehicle pool, Space Marines can be customised to excel in any style of warfare. Here are some of Tony's top picks for the new edition. So, the Thunderfire Cannon. The Thunderfire Cannon is... what have I clicked that? The Thunderfire Cannon is a great unit. I would love to have a Thunderfire Cannon, if not two, because two would be ridiculous. They have four, some of the stats I can remember, they have 4d3 number of shots. Okay. They have a 60-inch range. They don't need line of sight. They hit on, I believe, twos. It's either twos or threes. I'm actually quite sure it's twos. The weapon is strength 5, so if you're shooting into hordes and stuff like that, you're going to be hitting on 3s and 4s. And they have a number of stratagems that can like half the movement and restrict movement. And there's an actual stratagem where you can use them to fire twice. They can be a devastating piece of kit, and I would love to have one of these. Even though they're highly regarded as one of the most pain in the backside kits to put together. Apparently when this came out, there was a lot of hoo-ha about it, and they are a right pain to put together. But anyway, Tony there. Oh, here we go. There's some stratagems here. So Tony, as you can probably already tell by now, I enjoy blasting my opponents away with a great deal of firepower, given that a spearhead detachment of heavy support units will frequently find its way into my lists. Among my favourite is the Thunderfire Cannon, and with the free command point you receive at the start of each turn, you'll be able to keep your opponent's best units pinned down every turn with tremor shells. Tremor shells are quality. So for 1 CP, you can use a stratagem in the start of your shooting phase, select a Thunderfire cannon model from your army until the end of that phase. When resolve an attack made by that model, subtract 1 from the wound roll, but if a hit is scored, the target is shaken. Okay? In your opponent's next movement phase, if a unit that cannot fly and is not Titanic is shaken, half the movement characteristic and the result of any advance and charge roll. So basically, half move, half advance, half charge. It costs 1 CP, you get a CP every turn, and it's a great stratagem to use. Where it does sometimes cause a bit of confusion, you'll read there, you got to subtract 1 from the hit roll, but if you from the wound roll, but if a hit is scored, the target is shaken. I mean, you're always going to get hits on 4d3 number of shots. You want to get hit, especially if you're hitting on 2s. If you keep them at the back and you keep them next to, I don't know, like a cheap captain, and you can re-roll 1s, you're bound to score a hit. Some people say that it has to wound, but you have to go by the wording of the stratagem. If a hit is scored, not a wound, you're taking 1 away from the ring wall. They're a cracking piece of kit, Thunderfire cannons. And next we have Devastators, specifically in a drop pod. And we've got one there with the las cannon, rocket launcher, the sergeant, a grav cannon, and a heavy bolter. So a nice range, nice mixture. So among the hardest hitting units to have available to your reserve is a squad of Devastators armed with grav cannons in a drop pod. By making use of the gravity amplification stratagem, there's not much that they can't eliminate in a single volley, and they can drop from orbit right where you need them. So we've got gravitic amplification for 1 CP. Use a stratagem when Adeptus Astartes unit from your army is chosen to shoot with until the end of that phase. When resolving an attack made with a grav cannon and grav amp by a model with that unit, you can re-roll the wound roll and you can re-roll the damage roll. Grav weapons is not something that I've used, so I don't know what the damage output is, and what the wound possibilities are, but it's good to see that there is a stratagem there purely for grav weapons. And here we see Primaris Lieutenant, in particular the new one that's coming with the Indominus box set. Great looking model, love the purity seals, love the little bits of detail on this model, can't wait to own one. And Tony says, I would be remiss to not also include at least one Primaris Lieutenant here to provide a generous helping of rerolls to the army. It truly is the cherry on top of our Space Marine cake, and no army of theirs is complete without one. Whether you prefer to keep them near your shootiest units armed with a mastercrafted Stalker bolt rifle, or kit them out with a melee combat using the new Primaris Lieutenant from Indominus, complete with an awesome Neo-Volkite pistol. There's one on every occasion. Oh, and we actually have a loadout for the new pistol. So Neo-Volkite pistol is range 15. That's an odd range. I thought it'd be 14 or 16. Oh, an odd number. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. It is pistol 2. It's strength 5. It's AP 0, which is interesting. Okay. It's a flat 2 damage, and it has an ability for each unmodified wound roll of 6 inflicts 1 mortal wound on a target in addition to any other damage. So that's basically like how the sniper rifles work. 6 on the wound, mortal wound. So you're going to be, a maximum you can do there is 2 mortal wounds if you manage to roll 2 6s. The bit that I'm a bit stumped about is the AP. I thought the Neo-Volkite pistol would have at least AP -1. But maybe because it's got that ability, that might be a little bit overpowered. But anyway, cool. Like it's a flat 2 damage because it's a stronger pistol, and like the ability it's got to inflict mortal wounds. Okay, like that. So thanks, Tony. Are your Space Marines ready for war? Are you looking to add a new unit or 2 to your collection if ready for the new edition? Maybe you're just chomping at the bit to get hold of Indominus to pick up a whole load of reinforcements, or using it to start a new strike force for the Adeptus Astartes. Let us know on the Warhammer 40,000 Facebook page, Instagram, and on Twitter using the hashtag New40k. And that's it. So, what do we think? We've got a little bit of information there, going over some units from the past, and the present, and the future. What do we think about that, guys? What do we think about the new box set that's coming up? What's your favourite models that's in there? I can't wait to get the new box set. Not going to lie, I think the units in there look much better than the box set that was released for 8th edition. They've got more detail, and I'm really looking forward to the Necrons. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. If you have, if you're still here at the end of the video, which I hope loads of people are, please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. Like I say, we put out Warhammer 40,000 content every single day, multiple times a day when needed. And at the least you can do, and what we like to see the most is comments. Leave some comments below, not just about anything you've seen here today, about anything at all. Go back and watch some of the old videos. Go back and watch some of our rumour engine videos and let us know what you think about those. Any comments are well received, and they will always be replied to when me and Cole get the opportunity to. But that's going to be it, guys. That's it from me. This is Kel signing out, saying stay safe, look after each other. Thanks for watching 40k, and until next time, guys, we will see you later.